Number 1. Read lines 11 and 12 from the poem. What does the poet compare space travelers to? The early settlers of America. A. To highlight the difficulties that early settlers encountered when venturing into new places. B. To imply that obstacles the early settlers faced discouraged them from exploring new lands. C. To suggest that explorers will overcome the difficulties in space just as explorers in the past overcame their difficulties. D. To demonstrate that explorers will encounter the same challenges in space as explorers in the past did in other frontiers. That was number 1. Number 2. What does the final stanza of the poem suggest about the future? F. Some people will travel to other planets while others will choose not to. G. People who travel to other planets will no longer communicate with people living on Earth. H. Some people will regret their decision to remain on Earth. J. People who travel to other places will want their family members living on Earth to join them. Number 3. Read these lines from the poem. The progression or buildup from wayfarers to spacefarers demonstrates that people A. have made scientific discoveries while traveling to new places. B. have developed ways to explore new regions. C. select the mode of transportation that is most convenient. Or D. prefer some forms of transportation over others. Number 4. What do the descriptions of the future throughout the poem suggest about the speaker? F. He believes that people will be intimidated or scared by the challenge of space travel. G. He feels confident that people will be able to travel easily through space. H. He assumes that living on another planet will be different from living on Earth. J. He accepts that space travel will likely be unavailable during his lifetime. Number 5. Number 5. Which line from the poem best expresses the theme of the poem? A. Then spending a holiday month on a moon of Saturn. B. As the early settlers did on American shores. C. No strange, incredible, utterly different thing. D. And the old resolve to spread an expanding wing. Number 6. The title is important to the poem because it represents F. The decision that people will soon have to make about traveling to space. G. People living in space sooner than expected because of new ways to get to space. H. The difficulties of sending mail from Earth to space will be many. J. The technological advances that come from space. Number 7. Read this dictionary entry. Which definition most closely matches the way the word fanciful is used in line 5? A. Definition 1. B. Definition 2. C. Definition 3. Number 8. How are the descriptions of space travel different in the selection in the poem? F. The selection presents factual information about space travel, while the poem suggests what it will be like when people travel in space. G. The selection lists destinations humans may travel to in space, while the poem gives details about how it feels to look at Earth from space. H. The selection primarily focuses on significant achievements in space travel, while the poem tells about events that happened before space travel was possible. J. The selection explains how space travel will improve life on Earth, while the poem focuses on difficulties of space travel. Number 9. With which statement would both the author of the selection and the poet most likely agree? A. The uncertainties of space travel make it unlikely that many people will want to leave Earth. B. It will be difficult to develop a technology more advanced than it already is. C. Space travel will one day be a commonplace occurrence for many people. D. The creation of new technology is influenced by the technology described in science fiction books. Number 10. One difference between the selection and the poem is that only the selection presents the idea that F. People once doubted that a moon landing was possible. G. Space travel is a challenge that can be accomplished. H. People may one day travel to other planets. J. The world looks very different from outer space. Number 11. Which idea about humankind is expressed in both the selection and the poem? F. Humans have a desire to explore. A. Humans have a desire to explore new frontiers. B. Humans' ability to accurately imagine the future is remarkable. C. Humans have developed new technologies sooner than predicted. D. Humans' ability to incorporate technology into daily tasks. D. Humans' ability to incorporate technology into daily tasks has made life easier. Number 12. Read this line from the poem. This idea is most closely related to the ideas of which person discussed in the selection? F. John F. Kennedy. G. Ray Bradbury. H. Jules Verne. J. H. G. Wells.